Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Endless Double Z, E3 2017 Nintendo press conference. Get reactions. I'm Chris Adams, TKKNMSTR Master, joined by
Trioptical.
Yeah, RPG is not with us today, but we got both of us, and we'll be using his tweets to help us get through this because we totally were just mesmerized by Nintendo's announcements and did not take notes because we're just like so sucked into it. I mean, I can speak for Tropical, man. I was like, after the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 thing, and I saw like the Zohar modifier on someone's chest, and I was like, it made me want to go back to Xenosaga, and I was like, man, I hope they eventually come around to like doing some Xenosaga stuff. But like after that, my brain was just like out in Nintendo land. After I saw Kirby, I was like, oh man, RPG's probably like super hyped for this. And I was like, after that, Metroid Prime, after that, I was like, dude, that's it. I was like mind blown of like that's my game. I've been waiting a long time for a Metroid Prime game, and to finally get one, I was like, oh, I'm getting a Switch whenever that comes out. So that was it. That's all I needed. It's like Microsoft ain't got one of those of just like, boom, here you go, Tekken. It's like, okay. I mean, I was already on for like Mario, but
Yep.
I was like, I needed like a nice roster like RPGs rule of like 5
6 games.
I'm gonna lower mine to just 5 because like, dude, I don't need 6. It's like 5. 5's enough. Sometimes it's just 1 because it's like, man, Twilight Princess, that game. I got so much mileage out of it. But yeah, let's go to RPG's tweets to
yes.
What is this?
Yeah, it started a rough day, just rocking back and forth until the Nintendo Direct starts. I kind of already want a Switch, and halfway through my 6-game rule, so Nintendo only needs to provide a little push for me today. And then, starting with Xenoblade 2, solid choice considering how anticipated it is. I prefer this art style to the original. I guess the first one, that one didn't come out and like blow the world away, did it?
It's got a fan base, but then it's weird because it's like the people that really like that game. Like I'm not personally friends with like anybody, but because like all my friends like Dagger and RPG are like it's just a MMO style RPG, like Final Fantasy 12, I guess. It's like a game like that. It's like it's wearing the clothing of a game that is not the genre of it is like that. It is like a JRPG. It's like it's got very MMO style mechanics and elements to it, but it's a JRPG, but it just doesn't play like the traditional ones that they're fans of, so they don't like it as much.
Well, cool that Switch is getting like this one we knew about. This was like the first time we saw like extended footage, basically.
And it did look good.
Very pretty. Then Kirby! And he brought along some new taming and combo powers. I'm all in, guys. I completely forgot they could Kirby today. They Kirby'd today.
They Kirby'd today. You actually saw that. Like, RPG's probably losing his mind over this right now.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, Kirby. So it looked like there was a lot of classic-looking things. There was the tree, but there was like
multiplayer,
4 players running around.
It's like a crazy boss fight scenario. That did look cool, though.
That was really cool. Then they moved to the Breath of the Wild DLC, right? So this was not something that RPG was particularly interested in, so there's like gap here of 3 minutes. Breath of the Wild DLC, I think, was 2 packs, right? The first one is the Master Trials or something, so it's all these difficulty modes and like extending the original game. New masks and armor. I saw Tingle in there.
There was the Midna hat. I saw that. The helmet. That was cool.
Oh, that's cool. This one's coming out June 30th, I think. And then the second one was like Ballad of the Heroes or Champions or something like that. And that's coming out during the holidays. And it just showed like hero characters from all the different races that you may remember from.
Yeah, the Zora, the Goron, the whatever Ganon is, those people, and then the Gerudo, and then the bird people from, I'm assuming, Skyward Sword, because I was like, I didn't know they were in Breath of the Wild because I haven't played it, so I was like, whatever.
Well, were they in? They're in Wind Waker, right? Bird people?
Well,
or is
it I never finished Wind Waker, so I wouldn't know.
Oh,
it's possible.
Okay. Yeah, that one's coming out holiday at some point. Then they spoke to the Pokemon company, and they were happy to talk about Pokken Tournament, the deluxe edition coming to Switch. They showed that there's going to be new Pokemon, and I guess playing outdoors was their big thing.
Yeah.
And then, back to RPG, they basically just confirmed Pokemon Switch for the holiday next year. Guys. And probably, guys, if there were less, restrictions on Twitter. I'm already up to 5 games next year. It's happening! Hashtag Nintendo E3.
Yeah, he said, a bit over a year, you'll have to wait. So it's if we go, a full year, it will be in where we're at now in 2018. So it's, a bit over a year, maybe holiday? RPG is the holiday. But, dude, I mean, they probably have, the whole developing Pokemon games down to a science at Nintendo, so it's probably going to be holiday, but it could be 2019, but I imagine Nintendo would, not do that to their fans, too. So it's you might not want to, get too overexcited about, oh, it's holiday 2018 confirmed, but it could be 2019, so you should probably just wait. Not to get your hopes about that.
Yeah.
I responded to him on that, because when I saw that tweet, I was like, RPG, you might want to, have some temperament there on your expectations.
Very cool.
That being said, we all knew it was going to come anyway, so it's pretty interesting that is coming so fast. Cause that is that would be the second year that the Switch is out that they have a Pokemon game for it.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty crazy.
That would be pretty crazy. Yeah, that's sort of a huge heavy hitter, right? And yet it's always sort of not mentioned as much. So when you think about what you need on your Nintendo console, it's Nintendo, Mario, Zelda. What else? And then, they have other ones. They get forgotten all the time.
Yeah, Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Donkey Kong.
Yes, Donkey Kong. All right, so I didn't anticipate this. There is a huge gap now, so we got to go on memory. They showed... I think the next thing was the Metroid Prime 4 announcement. So they announced that it's happening... But there was no footage,
it's
just
in development.
Yeah.
But that's all I needed. Cause when it was zooming out and I saw the S, and I was like, Samus? And then the music started playing, and I was like, ugh! But then the 4 thing, I was like, what? And okay, that, yeah. But there's Metroid Prime 4, I was like, oh, dude, that's my favorite Metroid series. Because I was that's the one that got me into the series. I was like, oh, dude, sign me up for that. So I was sold.
Did you finish 3?
I have not finished 2 or 3 actually. I played it through 2, but I haven't gotten to the end and beat it. So after that, I was like, dude, time to fire up my Wii and
time to
the trilogy.
It's backlog time. Then there was some footage of a Yoshi game, just called Yoshi. It looked like the Yarn aesthetic, but it was like Super Mario 3D Land, so it wasn't just straight up 2D. Did that have a date? I think it was 2018.
I don't know. No idea.
I can't remember. There was
Fire Emblem.
Yes, Fire Emblem.
We'll go Fire Emblem. But there's something else that happened before this that we skipped over. But yeah.
Okay.
I was confused on the Fire Emblem thing because I thought it was a traditional Fire Emblem game. Because I was like, okay, we've had a Fire Emblem every year for the last 5 years or something. It seems like. But then someone on Twitter pointed out it was the Muso series. I was like, that's.
Yeah, because it started with the Team Ninja and Omega Force.
Oh yeah, I was like, when I saw the logos, I was like, expecting not that, and then we saw Fire Emblem, I was like, okay, but then my brain did not put those two together.
But once again, it's not in the Fire Emblem universe. All the crossovers for Fire Emblem, or different non-RPG Fire Emblems, have taken place in other places. So Tokyo. What was that game called? Tokyo Twilight. Tokyo Mystery, something. Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
Are you talking about the Persona one?
Yeah, the Persona one. That, the Fire Emblem characters are just summons, essentially. They're the personas. And in this one, the story seemed to be, there's this kingdom, and a dragon destroyed it, and then two siblings went back to take back their kingdom, and then the Fire Emblem people just come and yes, we're here to help you. And they're apparently from another world, and so...
Yeah, it's called the Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
That's what it was called. Yeah. Fire Emblem Warriors. I guess that means there's no permadeath. Like, if it's in the Fire Emblem world, people die, and if they go other places, like, oh, now we're immortal. What would that be like, a Musou game with permadeath? What was the thing we jumped past?
Rocket League.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. There was like this third-party segment. So they announced, or they acted like they announced Rabbids, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Acted like
I saw that part and I was like, I think that's how Nintendo, like, treats these. They treat them as, like, no one was, like, our fans weren't watching the other ones. They're just watching ours, so we have to tell them here that we're announcing Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. They did that. They did Rocket League. The Rocket League is coming to Switch, also cross-platform, so I think that one will actually play with the Xbox One one. This is something people are going to be talking about. Like, should Sony open up their network to this sort of cross-platform play? And on the one hand, it's like, well, from Sony's point of view, there's no point. They have this giant installed base, and it's like, why would we help you with your installed base when we have our own? And, like, what benefit does Sony get from it? Except maybe, like, they get to look better than they do right now. But, you know, on the other side, is like, if you have a Switch, you don't have a giant installed base to play with, except that you do, because they're doing this cross-network thing. And same thing on Xbox One. Is it on PC? I think they all play with PC versions, but they don't play with each other.
That is interesting.
So that's cool on the Switch. In case you didn't know, I'm looking for a Switch, like, hopefully by the end of the week, because I want to play ARMS. Then there was Fire Emblem, right? Fire Emblem Heroes, and then
somewhere in there was also the Skyrim thing.
Was it? Oh, yeah, that's right.
There's another game they showed besides the Rabbids Kingdom thingy.
Yeah. So, that's right. They talked about the Zelda items that are in Skyrim that you'll be able to run around with. Oh, and they announced more amiibo. So, like, the champions from Breath of the Wild are all four of them are getting amiibos. They look pretty good. The recent amiibos have been really detailed because they're, like, less... The early ones were all sort of cartoony style, like in the style of Nintendo. But I got the Fire Emblem ones recently, and, you know, like the Fire Emblem games with the really intricate costumes, like, they're really intricate looking amiibos. And the Breath of the Wild ones look like that too, so. They're going to be impossible to find. So.
Unless you pre-order them, Trioptical.
I know, what the heck? And then I think it was just Mario Odyssey, right?
Yeah, they closed with Mario Odyssey.
Yeah. And the mechanic they showed for the first time was I don't know what they're going to call this. I think they call it hat capture or something. You throw your hat around, if it lands on enemies, you can, like, and other stuff, you can take control of them. Because the trailer starts with a T-Rex.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, what game is this? At first I thought it was Monster Hunter, and I was like, this is just a normal T-Rex. And I was like, this is not Monster Hunter. What's going on? I'm confused.
And then it was not. It had a Mario hat on, and then Mario popped out of the T-Rex's head. And then it proceeded to show Mario's hat on top of lots of things. There was, like, a taxi.
Yeah, a bullet bill. That was cool. I was like, what? You can be a bullet bill? That's amazing.
Yeah, I saw briefly in the Mario Odyssey, like, deep dive they did after this sort of showcase, where they said they had all these different ideas for what they were going to do for the new Mario, and someone came up with this capture thing, and, like, 2-3 days of working on it, it was really fun, and they're just like, this should be the main mechanic for the game. So that's what it is.
Oh, man.
Looks quite good. Lots of varied environments. I mean, the city one is the one we've seen the most, but there was like desert places and underwater stuff.
We also saw Bowser and Peach in the whole kidnapping shenanigans that are going to happen.
It has begun. Big news there. Release date was announced for October 27th.
Everything is October this year. Everything is
October. See, this is why originally I was going to wait for a Switch in October, but with all the other stuff coming out, like, that makes no sense. Or does it? I don't know. I don't think it makes sense. I should get the console now. So RPG left off with, Nintendo is short, sweet, and to the point. I'm at least excited for the stuff coming next year. Mario Odyssey looks ridiculous, and I love it. Especially with the Mario 64 vibes I'm getting. It's gonna be a fun ride.
Yeah, I think they're like, since it was just like a short, game, and like most of it was this year anyway, it felt like Bethesda's where like it's all coming soon, but then like the stuff that's far off, it's like, since it's Nintendo, you're excited about it anyway. So it's like, it's like either way, it's like a win-win. It's like Metroid 4, it's not this year. Pokemon not this year, but what do we have this year? And then the surprises of a Kirby game, a Yoshi game, and a Mario game. Haha, I didn't know those were coming. Oh wait, no, we knew about Mario. I mean Kirby and Mario, or Yoshi. So yeah. So this is definitely like a strategy that fits Nintendo better because they can just have like hold their cards and show them, and then like blow everybody away. And be like, yeah, I didn't know this coming this year because we didn't talk about it. Ha. As long as nothing gets leaked. Because I mean, yeah, there were like rumors about a Metroid game, but I didn't know it was Metroid Prime. I was like, well, we'll see. It's Metroid Prime 4. I was like, yes.
It didn't say like who's making it or anything, right?
Doesn't matter. I mean, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't care if it's not whoever made the other three, that one development team in Texas.
Who are they? Retro.
Yeah, Retro Studios. It doesn't have to be Retro. Could be anybody. It's fine. More first-person Metroid awesomeness.
Ooh, there's some info out for Odyssey. The hat's name is Cappy, and the move is called the Capture. So it is called the Capture. You also have new moves: the Cap Throw and the Cap Jump.
Yeah, he was also using the hat as a weapon in the trailer too, to like throw it around. And I thought that was like just like funny on like a level of like Mario's been around for so long, and like they've never thought, we should use his hat to do some stuff. And it's like never been a mechanic until now. It's like they just never ran out of mileage with these characters, and like new ways to use them. It's crazy.
It looks like this will also have new amiibos: Mario, Peach, and Bowser in their wedding outfits. Will be released at launch. And they unlock, or it says some amiibos will unlock costumes for Mario when scanned. Yoshi has 2-player action, is the only, or no, they showed that. There were 2 Yoshis. Lively art style, looks like a miniature diorama, so I may have been mistaken about the Yarn Yoshi thing. Kirby HD? Has there ever been an HD Kirby?
Not.
Yeah, I guess not. Well,
there was, unless there's one on Wii U, which I don't think there is, since that was like the only HD console before Switch.
I'm trying to remember if Epic Yarn was on. No, there was the clay one.
The clay one?
Yeah, there's one where everything is made out of clay. That one's definitely on Wii U. But this is like it was one of those ones where you draw the path and Kirby like rolls around on it. So this is probably like the first actual Kirby game in HD. You can recruit up to 3 enemies as helpers by hitting their hearts, or hitting them with copy abilities can be imbued with different elements such as wind, fire, water, and electricity. Up to 4 players with horizontal Joy-Con controller configurations, or 8 Joy-Cons with 4 Joy-Con grips. Anyways, yeah, pretty exciting. Really short, but it was like, wow, they did a good job.
Yep, good stuff.
My phone is ringing. Sorry. We can wrap.
Alright, so yeah. Well, not quantitatively as many showings as Sony, qualitatively just as good, I would say. So, like, nothing was a meh or who cares about this game. And yeah, that's it for our E3 Get reactions this year and stuff. So check those out on YouTube. They're in a playlist. I put them all in playlists this morning, and this is the last one. So that's gonna be that. When this one's on there, check them all out and hear what you have to say, and share your thoughts. But yeah, things Bubsy. Until our regularly scheduled episode this week, or until you see or hear from us again. We're now signing off.